You're watching Masters in Trading Live with Jonathan Rose.
Hey everybody, it's Jonathan and welcome to Masters in Trading Live. Today, 4 big topics for you. All week we've been talking about QQQs. We talked about that line in the sand. It was 433. Market started coming off, but yesterday we even said this might be the lamest rally that we've ever seen, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get one of those rip your face off rallies. I'm going to show you exactly what that means, and it already started. We're going to review the portfolio. Every single day, I'm sharing a trade of the day. So today, let's go over those trades. One of our big names, Katos. Katos is a big client of the U.S. government, and they specialize in combat drones. Katos is up 11% right now, and then we'll go to the trade of the day. I am so excited to take you to the charts, so let's get going. Why am I so excited? Well, I feel like today is the day you get to really see my chops, because QQQ, this has been talked about for the last couple of weeks. So those who have been watching consistently, thank you. I appreciate you, but hopefully you've been able to follow this line in the sand. A line in the sand is just a really, really simple way. Markets above, strong. Market below, we're weak. Well, market couldn't fall at all. Market could have, should have got shellacked after it went through that line in the sand, but there was nothing. There was no oomph to it. There was no follow through. So now we're rallying. We're getting really close to that 433 line in the sand. Right now, the Qs are trading 431.90. We are about to see a rip your face off rally, and you have not seen anything yet. Now, how do we get so confident with these trades? We've been talking about VIX term structure. Okay? VIX term structure allows us to follow the entire VIX curve. This is a risk curve. Most traders just follow the VIX, a 30-day measure of volatility, but not us. We follow the entire curve. And when we see this behavior with risk and then write down, that is the mother of all buy signals. And right now, we are darn close to not only getting the VIX under a key moving average, but still the QQQ 433. Last trade, 432.20. We will plow through that number. This week's trades. Here's all the trades that we shared for this week. On Thursday, we saw an opportunity, and we shared a short-term trade in the QQQs, playing for one of those rip-your-face-off rallies because we're getting by this key level. The trades that we shared for this week, we had a bearish trade in FSLR. We have a neutral trade in MGNX. It was an earnings trade. I'm doing these arrows because it's bullish and bearish, calls and puts. We have the A-Lab lockup trade. This is a bearish trade, and I'm going to go over this trade as well. Let's start here. QQQs. 430.96 right now. The market is 432. We're looking at the 440s. If you buy one of these 440s, you're long 100 shares of QQQ once the market gets over 440. If the market doesn't get over 440 in 12 days, your options are worth 0. That's weird. One sec. Okay. So ALAB. Here is ALAB. And this is an interesting trade, okay? ALAB. Please go back and watch the entire video if you haven't seen this trade, because it's a lockup trade. And lockup trades are very, very specific types of trades. A lockup trade, for the first 6 months of an IPO, it is bearish, okay? There is restricted shares that can be sold after 6 months. So ALAB is going to be very, very, very volatile. But our plan on ALAB is we are buying puts any kind of rally. When it comes off, we can cover those puts. So I wanted to put this on here because ALAB traded a high of 76 yesterday and then traded a low of 88. Last trade, right back up to 68. Okay? So ALAB, it's going to be volatile. We want to buy puts when it rallies, and then when it comes off, we want to be able to cover some of our inventory. If this trade doesn't make sense to you, you need to understand lockups. Go back and watch that lockup, and this is a great one to paper trade. Imagine being able to learn a really cool trade while not risking any money. That's the glory and the beauty of paper trading. Other trades for this week, QQQ, we are holding. Let's get over that line in the sand and let's get that rip your face off rally, and let's make 1,000% on those QQQs. The other trades are longer term earnings trades, okay? Patience. Let them work, and ALAB is going to be volatile. We are buying puts whenever that sucker rallies. Katos. Katos, we've been talking about since early February. In early February, I put out a PDF. And if you haven't got that PDF, you can go to masterthantrading.com/live. And you'll get the combat drone PDF that I put out in the beginning of February. The trade that we originally had was buy Katos, buy March for only a quarter. Many traders sold these for over $3. And then also buy the July 20 calls, doing them for as low as $1.05. Katos has been a trade that we've been following closely. Katos has been a trade that we want to buy on every single pullback. So Katos, today, Brian, somebody from Raymond James, comes out with a new price target. Not 20, but 27. Now, what do I think about analyst upgrades and analyst downgrades? I could care less. But the reason why the stock is moving is because Brian decided, hey, it would be a darn good idea to invest in combat drones for the next 10 years. Well, Brian, you probably are watching my YouTube videos because I've been screaming that for the last couple of months. Katos. Katos is a volatile stock. Originally, the trade was shared here. It rallies up. We could take off those calls, but we still want to hold the stock. When it comes down, you can make a trade. Again, comes down to this 200 period moving average. Make a trade. We want to hold stock, and we want to trade our options. 423, 423, 418, 417 in our community. Hold the core and trade your out of the money options. Use the profit from our QQQ trade to get more Katos, and then Ken here yesterday buys the Katos 20 for 85 cents. A name like Katos, whenever you can, we want to get in. Here are the 20s. Right now they're trading a bit higher. We want to always be bid. Like they traded 95 cents this morning, guys. We want to try to buy these when they're inexpensive. When we rally, we can sell them while always holding that core. Dash, our trade of the day. Now, Dash is a little bit of a weird one because we had this yesterday and wanted to send it out, but we're not able to. We have advance notice 600 days out on Dash. Yesterday, 550 were traded, and this is an expensive option, guys. That is a $2 million trade in Dash. Now, get back my screen here. Dash, $2.4 million trade. This was yesterday. What I want to show you here is since the beginning of the year, yesterday's trade was the second largest trade that was done in Dash. The largest trade was done May 14th. Dash, they came out in the trade 2 years out. I like a shorter term trade. I like these 140 calls, buy to open 140 strike calls for 325. Now, the market is moving. Okay? Right now, let me get a quote for you on Dash. Dash is trading 130. Okay? It's up $3 this morning. The trade that I like is buy to open the 140 strike calls for 325. Put a good till cancel order in there. Buy to order, buy a limit order, 325, good to cancel. If we get filled, awesome. That's a great trade. We want to get filled. But listen, if you don't get filled, no harm, no foul. Most important, these last couple of weeks, we've talked about that 433 line in the sand. When the market falls, it should get its butt whooped. It didn't. It was the lamest fall ever. That's why we're rallying. The market turned. Microsoft's up. Amazon's up. The Qs are going for that 433. Once we take out that 433, guys, that's when you get to see the mother of all buy signals, and we'll get that really big rally. I'm a huge believer in looking at the market from a different perspective than everybody else. We believe that the creative trader wins. So trade smart, and I'll be live with you Monday, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, with our trade of the day. Have an awesome weekend, guys, and I'll see you guys Monday.
Join us every weekday at live.mastersintrading.com.